Part two, y'all. Welcome back. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
In racism, as long as there's white people, there will be white racism. It is too ingrained in the culture. To get rid of white racism is to basically get rid of white culture, because their entire culture, politically, economically, socially, intellectually, is about the domination and monopolization of resources and opportunities. That's how they came to conquer the world. So you're never...
That's a great point, Umar, because it's correct. It's correct. But you know what? Am I mad at white people for that? No. Am I butthurt at white people for that? No. Because that's what any quote-unquote race should be trying to do. That's what you should be trying to do. All right? Be in power. Get power. All right? People that have power and are in power don't seek to give it out. They seek to monopolize it. Okay? Because power, strength, it's not infinite. All right? It's limited. So, if you have power and you give up power, someone else has the power. You can't create more power. All right? So, yes, they did do that. They did. And you know what? If had that been us, I wouldn't see a problem with that either. I think we'd be better off, obviously, but would that make us immoral? Huh? For setting up our family, future going forward? Would that be immoral? Isn't that what every man's supposed to do? Protect his family, huh? And ensure that the name gets to be carried on, huh? That's what this is all supposed to be about.
Getting rid of racism. But what you can do is eliminate white racism's ability to affect you. Mm-hmm. So if you look at the Chinese, because they are a superpower themselves, the Chinese, by virtue of being a power, they don't have to worry as much about racism as African countries have to worry about white racism, because they are strong. As the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey said, the greatest protection against injustice is power. Black people don't understand that. He said the greatest protection against injustice is power. Not voting, not praying, not marching, not college degrees, but power. Black people have not concerned ourselves with the concentration and accumulation of power. And that's why we're losing. The Chinese have power.
That's correct. Look, when Umar, not even just Umar, anyone says things that are correct, I will acknowledge that. When people say things that are incorrect, I will acknowledge that. Why? This is Double Ahab. The name of the show is The True Scope. The truth scope. Not my truth, not his truth. The truth. The objective truth. So what he's saying is correct. Black people have not concerned themselves with power. And we can go on, that could be a whole other video as to why, right? But that is correct. But you don't concern yourself with power, or you're not concerning yourself with power by fucking hollering and hooting about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, about how it's wrong and if it would have been a black person. What black people, quote unquote, black people should be doing is looking at the trial and saying, hey, there are laws out there that protect you. So how about we start getting on the right side? Therefore, the laws can protect us. How about I conduct myself in a way, therefore, if anything were to happen, I should be all right. Like, I wasn't acting unlawfully, So people say, oh, if he was a black guy with a gun, he would have got killed. You want to know why? Because a lot of quote-unquote black dudes with guns, all right, are out here with handguns hidden in their belt strap. You know what I'm saying? Or with Uzis hidden underneath their sweatpants, or whatever the case may be. All right, they're not out here walking, with a registered firearm. Hey, I'm just minding my business, doing what I got to do. If I happen to need to use this, then so be it. No. That's not the case. So yeah, if freaking Tayshawn out there walking around with the Glock and his freaking strap and his belt strap, and then just start popping off on niggas. That's totally different from if Tyler's walking around and he gets ran up on, and then he pulls out his freaking his rifle and starts shooting people. It's totally different. So yes, in some degree, it depends on obviously the scenario. But again, if you have the same thing happen, replace Kyle Rittenhouse with me, okay, with me. Obviously, I'm bigger than Kyle Rittenhouse, right? I'm 6'2", 225. Pretty sure Kyle Rittenhouse is not that big. So, put me, quote unquote, what would be called a quote unquote big black man in that position with the same exact things happening. Look, I'm very confident, and most people should be, if not all people should be, very confident that it's going to produce the same results. Or one can make the case, well, obviously, Rosenbaum probably won't be running after you because one, he was a pedophile and he liked little kids, and obviously, you're a big, strong black, quote unquote, black man. But let's just say that for whatever the case, that still went down, right? I'm still confident, and everyone should be confident that it will have the same results. I think ultimately, because obviously the interview goes on, but I really want to hammer one point home. You can't always play the racist card because all you're doing is limiting yourself. If that's the case, right? If that is the case, then why the fuck do you even get up every day and bother? Why bother? Right? If that's the case, why don't you just go drive down south, find a white estate somewhere, and then just tell them, hey, you know what? Put the shackles on me. I'll live here in this shed, or shack, whatever, and I'll tend to your land out here, huh? If that's the case, if everything's racist all the damn time and there's nothing you can do about it, and blah blah blah, then why the fuck don't you just go to fuck down south somewhere, find a large plot of land with some white people living on it, and just tell them to put the shackles on you, and you're gonna get back to work starting immediately. Why? You know what I'm saying? You don't do that because it's bullshit. It only comes out when it's convenient for you to say, oh, that's racist. When something doesn't work out your way, because maybe you just weren't good enough or you just weren't smart enough, then hey, that's racist. Huh? It's becoming the quote unquote boy who cried wolf. Now, race is, I've made videos about this. Race is a man-made construct. It's not a real thing, all right? Black is not a race. Black is a color. Black does not denote any kind of, history or culture. And same with white. All right, so race is not real. There's seed lines, and that's what we need to get back to and adhere to when we're having these conversations. Not quote unquote race. So by extension, is there anything such as racism? No. But for the sake of communication, I use the word race and racism because that's what most people understand, and I don't feel like giving that disclaimer every time I speak on the subject. But I'm saying it now because I've been saying it a lot, and it's this part in part one, and it's like fingernails on a chalkboard for me. So I had to clear that up. So anyway, racism, as you know it today, isn't real. Now, again, are there some people that don't like people just because? Yeah, that's true. That is true, but that's not necessarily all the time racism. All right. Now, I think I'll probably do a whole nother video just to break all of that down because it is a lot. And I know that it's hard for people to understand it because their whole life they've been told about racism. They've been told to, hate racism, dismantle racism, and, there's racists everywhere. And then you got your good whites and you got your bad whites and all that stuff. And meanwhile, you're just getting pimped out from both sides. You're getting pimped out from both sides.
The East Indians have power. European Jews have power. Anglo-Saxons have power. The Mexicans and Latinos are building power. Black people are not. In no area are we known for power. We're known for influence, but we're not known for power. So, for example, hip-hop is the most influential genre of music in the world. Mm-hmm. And it's one of the highest earning genres of music in the world. Totally influenced and created by black people. But who controls hip-hop? Mm-hmm. 97% of it controlled by white people. You go to...
No, the real answer to that is liberal Jews. Not even so much liberal Jews. Jews in general. They're the ones who control it. So we have the direct distinction there. See, you see what he said? He said white people. But no, there's distinctions there, okay? Because your everyday Joe Schmo white boy, his family ain't owning the record labels. It's the Jews. And I'm not trying to be anti-Semitic. That's just the reality of it. You know, who owns the entertainment industry? Jews.
Athletics, the NBA, the NFL. Who are the influencers?
Just showing Colin Kaepernick kneeling.
The black people, the athletes drive the NBA, drive the National Football League, but all the owners are white. The majority stakeholders are white. So influence is one thing, power is another. We need power. If we don't get comfortable having conversations about power, we'll never get free.
Okay, but now how do we attain power when we try to get it and they come behind us and try to take the wheels out from underneath us?
See this nigga? Oh my God, man. Oh, how we get power when the quote unquote the invisible white hand is always there just to stop us? And like, come on, man. What? Nigga, you over here complaining about some shit that ain't even happened yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, how about you focus on getting the power and then cross that bridge when you get there, right? Because you haven't even started yet. So, you know what I can tell you? You're never going to get power because you ain't even start. You over here thinking about the quote-unquote white man when 9 times out of 10, he's not thinking about your ass. Now, don't get me twisted, right? Like I said, power is not infinite. It's finite. Therefore, you know, if we get power, it's coming from somewhere else. We're taking it from a different group, right? Yes, but I mean, so will that mean that they're gonna, you know, obviously there's gonna be some pushback? Yes, but that's what any group. That's what any group. Any group is gonna do that when it comes to quote unquote power. Let a quote unquote black man move into a Chinese neighborhood and try to open up a business. They're gonna get him out of there. Want to know why? Because that's a power play. It's a power play. If they allow that business to stay, you know what's gonna happen? That black man's gonna get more power, and you know what's gonna probably happen? More quote unquote black businesses, which means more power. It's a power play, right? And you won't see that. But let me ask you a question. When you go to the hood, how can you see so many Chinese restaurants? Huh? How can you see so many businesses, period, that aren't owned by quote-unquote black people? So you talking about power plays, you know, because Umar didn't answer yet. When this guy's over here worried about the quote-unquote white hand, how about you worry about what's going on in your home first, all right? Do you have power in your own home? Because if not, let's start there. Get the power in your own home, then get the power in your community, and then you can, you know, obviously grow upon that and get more power. But if you're gonna sit here and be like, "Oh man, what are we gonna do if the quote unquote white man tries to stop us from getting power?" Bro, you ain't even start yet. So right now you just talking shit.
Well, here's my question: when was the last time black people, in an organized and systemic manner, tried to build and apply power in any area of human endeavor? We have
not.
Yeah, want to know why? Because you don't have power in your own house. You don't have power in your own house. You have no culture in your own house. Therefore, you have no community. All right, you're trying to start at the top, nigga, and you can't. You don't. Your ladder don't even reach the top. Okay, so let's start from the ground floor. All right, let's get back to the basics.
That's why. Why not? I mean, we've had people with a lot of good ideas.
We have been made to believe, number one, power is evil. That human beings should not seek power because power is the domain of the Creator. And anybody who seeks power is rivaling the Creator for control. And that is totally wrong because we are the deputized vicegerents of the Creator here on earth. It is our job to apply power in a manner that guarantees justice for all. So, you know, quite to the contrary, if you believe in God, you need power in order to carry out God's will. Look at the black church. The reason the black church is so socially and economically and politically impotent because it wields no power. Now, this is an institution that collects millions of dollars every Sunday, billions through throughout the entire year. And yet and still they have no power because they're not thinking about using that money and using the amount of people that come to their church in a manner that transforms.
If you're trying to lose belly fat, stop doing cardio. This sounds kind of backwards, right? Or believe
their church in a manner that transforms things for black people. We're allergic as a people. We're allergic to power. We don't want power. What we want is participation. We want to be included. We want integration, not power accumulation.
Wow, that's amazing because, again, we a lot of us assume that we have power. I assume I have power over my activities, power over my thoughts, power over what I do in my daily life. But some people, they just like zombies and they just go.
Honestly, brother, no disrespect to you, but you don't have power. I could tell just by the way you were just saying that you don't have no damn power. You don't know what the fuck power is. And Umar did a pretty decent job of describing it and the void of power in the black community. And you still don't know what power is. You say, well, but power over my thoughts. You sound like a simp. You sound like a simp, man. All right? You have no power. You have no authority, man. Okay? And again, no disrespect to you. All right? I'm sure you probably mean well. You're probably a decent dude. But no, you don't have power. Okay? And a lot of quote-unquote brothers out there don't have power either. And you know, this is how you get power. Start in your home. Have power in your home. And I'm not saying that you need to be a goddamn dictator in your crib. No, I'm not saying that at all. But have power in your home. Okay? Lead your home. Be the steward of your home. You know, have power in your children's lives and empowering this and making decisions for your children. Have power in that. All right? Then you know, if you want to kick it up a notch, reach out into the community, have power in the community, all right? And then continue, so on and so forth from there. That's how you get power. This guy's talking about power of his fucking thoughts. Kind of, nigga, what? Come on. But anyway, y'all, I gotta go. My baby's getting a little antsy, so I'm gonna go spend some time with him. I do appreciate all the love and support. On the road to 200 subscribers. Really trying to meet that goal. Please help a brother out. Thank you. I'll be back later. Peace.